Hi guys, I'm going to go over a few pages of this grammar packet, and I only have a 10-minute window here where I can get this done, but this is for you guys that were struggling with this, which I think a lot of students will. First of all, adjective phrases describe nouns and pronouns. Adverb phrases describe verbs, adverbs, and adjectives, and they show time. So here's an example right here we already know, and they're going to be prepositional phrases. So, in the seat next to Mr. Holt. In the seat next to Mr. Holt. There's our prepositional phrases. Who's in the seat next to Mr. Holt? A woman. Woman is a noun. And so this one's an adjective phrase. Let's see. So, in this one, the adverb phrase, during spring break. And this shows time, this shows where, this shows why, in what condition. So these right here, what happened during spring break? They traveled to Washington, D.C. What did they do? They traveled. Travel is a verb, so these are both adverb phrases. So, so we'll practice these together. Hopefully, you guys can see this and go along with this. But okay, on the first night, that's already showing me time, so I know that's an adverb phrase. This is showing me where. I know that's an adverb phrase, but I just want to check, okay, what happened on the first night? They camped. And then near the Salinas River, what did they do? They camped. So both of these arrows are going to the verb camp. So if I'm not sure, I want to check a couple different ways. And then of this artwork, what's of the artwork? Most. Most is a pronoun. So we know this one's going to be an adjective phrase. Hold on, let me turn down this movie. Sorry, I'm making this while the kids are watching a movie, because there's no other time. Okay, so by ninth grade students, what did the ninth grade students do? They created. Was created is a verb phrase. So right, both these are this one's an adverb phrase. Sorry, this one's an adjective phrase. This describes the pronoun most. Okay, and if you weren't sure if this was a noun or pronoun, it doesn't really matter. You could say most was created, and of course this thing is doing the action, so I know that's a noun or pronoun. Okay, look at this one. This one is showing at my new school. What did I do at my new school? I have met them. Have met is a verb, so this one's an adverb phrase. To me, how have they been to me? They have been kind. Kind is an adjective, right? So this one, be careful. This was an adverb phrase. Okay, next one. Throughout the summer, what did you do? You worked, right? That's showing time. So here we got adverb phrase. As a landscape gardener, what did you do? You worked. Oops. So both of these are adverb phrases. For dinner, what are you having for dinner? What's going on for dinner? And that's showing time also. Will serve is your verb phrase. Adverb phrase. With red beans and rice. What's with red beans and rice? Chicken. Chicken is a noun. So this one is actually an adjective phrase. Okay, going on to the next part. We gotta find the prepositional phrases. I'm gonna do that first. Near the entrance to the cave. Next prepositional phrase I have in the theater and by surprise. For the next one I have of the differences in between. And you guys just remember these are words like near, to, in, by. According to this recipe, is actually a compound preposition. I had to look that one up. But also for 30 minutes of these lovely quilts. I know it's got to be more than lovely because the noun is quilt, so that's the object of the preposition. Here we got by hand. We've got of the internet. We've got in many ways. We've got through the telescope. I'm making a video. You're in it now. Haha. Around Saturn. We've got in the living room. We've got around the couch. We got after sunset. We've got for photography. Oh, hang on, I gotta turn down the movie again. It's loud. And last one, we have of a state and of a country. Okay, so now I'm getting ready. Hopefully my video doesn't run out of time here. Okay, good. I'm good. Okay, near the entrance to the cave. This is tricky. Okay, what's to the cave? Entrance. Entrance is a thing. So to the cave is a adjective phrase. What's happening near the entrance? We're discovering. To discover, right? So this one is an adjective phrase. Oh, sorry. Adverb phrase. Oh no. Okay. I don't really like this color. I'm gonna actually change because I feel like it's too hard to see. In the theater. What is in the theater? Everyone's in the theater. Oh, that didn't work. Everyone is a pronoun, so this one's adjective phrase. What's happening by surprise? It is taking them by surprise. To take is a verb. So by surprise is an adverb phrase. What's of the difference? Some. Some's a pronoun. So we have an adjective phrase. Of the difference is an adjective phrase. What's between the African elephant and Asian elephant? The differences, that's a thing. We have another adjective phrase. And according to the recipe, what should happen? The casserole should be baked. This is all your verb phrase. So this one's an adverb phrase. What's happening for 30 minutes? You should bake it for 30 minutes. That's showing time too. So adverb phrase. What's of the lovely quilts? All. That's a pronoun, right? All were made. So that's how I know that was in the noun spot to the subject spot. This was an adjective phrase. What's happening by hand? They were made. Were made to make. You got an adverb phrase because this one's a verb. Sorry, that's a whole verb phrase. What's of the internet development? Now, if I don't know, I just check the development. Seems like a noun. So this one's an adjective phrase. Sorry. It's really getting hard to read, I know. What's happening in many ways has changed. To change, we have another verb, so we got adverb phrase there. Through the telescope, what's happening through the telescope? It's showing where to, but you could see. Here's a verb. Could see is your verb phrase, adverb phrase. What's happening around Saturn? Well, it wouldn't be what's happening around Saturn. It was like what's around Saturn. Rings, that's a noun. So this one's an adjective phrase. In the living room, what happened in the living room? He chased. Let me get rid of this. So in the living room is to chase. That's a verb. So this one's an adverb phrase. Around the couch, there's not kittens around the couch, like multiple kittens or whatever. That's how I would look at that. I would say what's happening around the couch is showing where to, so you know it's adverb phrase. Oh my gosh, now that I look at it, it's so messy, but if you go along with me, you can probably read after sunset. What's happening is that's showing me time too. So if I'm not sure about this weird sentence with the question mark, I can always say, oh, that's showing time. I'm gonna check that. What do I need for photography? I need light. Light's a thing. So I have an adjective phrase. Sorry. And then what's of a state and of a country? I would say capital, but then both is taking the place. And anything that could take the place of a noun is a pronoun, so we have an adjective phrase. Cool. And then let me see if I have time for one more. This one's kind of fun. I love these. They're fun to find when you get the hang of it, but I'm gonna make sure she has a list for you of these, but you're supposed to say you're supposed to find the whole prepositional phrase, and then I guess you're supposed